All right, so KT is sticking with the Maokai Corki bans that we saw in the first game. No Callista in the bot side either. The Ori ban is a little curious. Thank you, Henry934. I appreciate it. I deserve that for making you guys great stream graphics and making the stream more fun for you. I deserve it. And also a Tantalos because he made them. Vi ban, and thank you for the Talia ban. So Karma is up. So we first pick Karma, mid lane or top right now. Probably mid lane. I think mid lane Karma. I think Karma is a bait. Thank you, Dicey XD, for your tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. I think Karma is a total bait, guys. I haven't seen this champion look like it was actually winning a game yet. Yes, it's good in lane, but late game, like, even with the Malignance tech on this, you know, okay, you've got some speed, which is great, because, again, you're trying to frontline with Lucian, but you're picking into, yet again, you know the Nautilus Senna is there, and that the Nautilus still has that targeted ultimate that can really, and a hook that can disrupt your frontlining.
As you mentioned, I think especially for this team, you might even expect it more for Keen, just with the champion ocean that Jovi has. I mean, Keen's also got one, which is why he can't even play it in the top lane. Yeah. In the first place.
And he's been practicing it a lot, as I mentioned before.
Exactly, yeah.
So perhaps that is the assumption that KT should make.
Thank you, my Lord Monty, for the Bangers Only streams. You're welcome.
And,
you too are a patrician now that you've subscribed. Not like all those dirty plebs who are too poor to subscribe to this stream. That's what makes them plebs.
Because Rumble was such a huge answer to Cassante to Udyr, and now if you get Cassante and you ban away Udyr, you say, well...
All right, so no more Udyr. We actually going to take... Can we take some kind of engage this game, GenG? Can we take some kind of engage? Okay, well, we can't take Sejuani now, so we don't have that engage. And we ourselves are banning out Tristana, even though I am, GenG, and I love to play Tristana myself.
They have Karma banned, they'll take the Azir. And does Chovy dare to, say, play...
I guess he's playing mid Karma, okay. Oh, we have engage. Hallelujah, Jarvan. Against Senna. Okay, we like this. Hublem, thank you. Congratulations on becoming a patrician. Mimic XG. Truly a man of the people, Mimic XG, giving out 5 community subs. You are unplubbing the masses. Bread and circuses to Prima, Zonza, Matrun, Krethus, and Chris Leeson.
Through this Nautilus and Cassante, as Leeson is going to feel pretty good into Jarvan as well with his mobility, if that ends up being the pick that Bishop will lock in finally, as we're going to find out where this Karma is going in just a moment here.
So we do have speed, at least, to speed up the Jarvan for the engage. A generous patrician, Mimic XG is. And we take Gwen. Okay, so we take the Cassante counter pick. So we're hoping here that we have Karma speed so that we can inject the Gwen directly into Senna's booty.
And I mean, a little bit biased.
And now we're going to take the Viego that was banned last game. That's a lot of sustain. I'm slightly concerned. I mean, at least they have a way to get on top of the Senna this game with the speed from the Karma, the Jarvan, and the Gwen to get into the back line. Thomas Lauritsen, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. We're doing well today, guys. I approve of your rate of subscribing. But that says, if the Senna can avoid death here, I mean, the reset potential for Viego and the consistent healing from Senna is pretty devastating. Like, Biosha can take over this game.
As we saw in the last game, and then if you front to back, you get that first reset for Viego, you start transforming, you become a Gwen, for example. If you kill that Gwen first ever in a team fight, more that.
I do think it is going to come down to the play. KT have already proven that they deserve to be considered on GenG's level, just with the way they essentially controlled and carried that entire first game in their favor. Jarvan's going to be very interesting. Canyon very good on engages and tanks from the jungle, but Jarvan definitely
We get Kwangdong at Worlds. Well, Kwangdong has already beaten KT. So in what world do you think there's a chance in summer that KT drops the ball horribly? You mean the team that already lost to Kwangdong? That one? That team? You thought Monty was smoking? I wish I could smoke a cigarette. It would make me less agitated than watching these fucking games.
Aggressive positioning here for GenG. And just going to be a big Q. That's all.
Mana flow bands. GG.
GG.
It's over.
Somebody call Tasteless.
Game 3. Let's go. Pack it up.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about too much with the Karma, because we were spending a lot of time wondering where it was going to go.
I'm just here to watch Monty mauled. Well, the maulding is happening, guys.
MonteCristo and how hard it can push in mid, for example, and allow for dives bottom side and roams. And if Pays and Lehens can bully that bottom lane aggressively, as they're looking to do here already at level 1, and Chovy can come down and assist, can find yourself...
Must watch TV. Monty getting angry at fraudulent KT. And Chovy, who is wasting his talent on mid lane Karma.
I swear, she's not speaking a real language. She just says things. It's very weird, but I think she's reading the patch notes, so I think that's what she said.
Yeah. Went into the bush. Mantra comes out, cues the wave immediately. Yep.
Really fast push on the bot side.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty interesting how long the leash is here for Viego, by the way.
Things. It's very weird, but
yep, kids pushing advantage. And yeah.
But they have a ward in from level 1.
Just gonna be a big Q. That's all.
Mana flow bands.
I went back
GG.
just to see whose ward this is. Lehen's ward.
It's over.
Somebody call Tasteless. Where it was gonna go is how much prio
comes out, cues the wave immediately. Yep. Kids pushing advantage. And yeah, on second thought, like even with Keen playing it a bunch into the Cassante, you can definitely be very annoying, but I would imagine that eventually Cassante just really doesn't care, and I think that this will offer a lot more.
I mean, BDD is an Azir god, though. That's something to consider. He also went Hail of Blades this game, so he actually is attempting to aggressively trade. We don't often see Azirs go Hail of Blades anymore. We've seen it sometimes into Corki. But this is a pretty aggressive build for the laning phase.
If you play it well and you have that lane constantly pushed, you shouldn't be under too many big threats, especially with Viego that doesn't really have a long range engage option. As Koshik, or rather a Pays.
Okay, level 2 tap onto Deft there.
Yeah, Karma as well. You know, she got her Q buffed, the ratio, but also her shield got buffed, so. Can be very sustainable. It's very difficult to really push her out, as the last time we saw mid Karma was actually BDD in a loss against Closer. So not something you see every day. That was a bit over a year ago, as here is Canyon in the bottom lane looking for a dive. Can this work out? There's full sums available. Deft is going to flash and get knocked up anyway, but the damage is getting into Pays, and the dive, it fails entirely, as First Blood will go over to Beryl.
And this is one of the reasons right here that we talk about a lot, but you very rarely see. It's
the level 2 dive into Nala. This is a third wave dive, guys. This is a third wave dive. So this is wave 4. That's crashing right now. So you do take tower aggro right now with Lehens, right? He takes the turret aggro, which is correct. But Beryl hooks Lehens, and Deft actually has a decent flash there. If we actually watch Deft's flash, he flashes so he doesn't get knocked up by Canyon. Right? And Canyon doesn't actually follow flash him to extend the E knock-up. Or to move the E knock-up.
Deft is going to flash and get knocked up anyway, but the damage is getting...
Did he get knocked up anyway? Oh, he actually did get knocked up anyway. Okay, so he actually did get the knock up. But now he's behind the turret, and Beryl is there just to provide auto attack routes on everybody. And the tower ramp damage is just too severe. So that last tower shot does 300 damage to Lehens. I mean, he didn't think he was going to die. He is over 300 HP here. He thought he could tank one more shot. But even if he does, they don't actually kill anybody.
And this is one of the reasons right here that we talk about a lot, but you very rarely see. It's very hard.
So, I don't know, like, very, very difficult to make this dive work, right?
Sustainable thing you see every day. That was a bit over a year ago. As here is.
It's like, we don't actually have to dive them at level 2, guys. That's not some sort of requirement that we have. You know what I mean? Like, they want to do this so badly.
It was actually BDD in a loss against Closer. So, not something you see.
But this jungle timing, by the way, is an absolute killer for Jarvan. So, you know, he does a 3-camp clear into invade. And because of the ward here, they know the timing and they know Viego has pathed into top side. But when you do this as a jungler and you fail after 3 camps, like Viego can just run riot on your side of the jungle and you just get fucked forever. As a jungler, this is a very, very risky gank because it's predicated on getting pays ahead so you can continue to win lane. Right? McDumps, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
That was a bit over a year
so,
ago.
like, I mean, this is, like, so good for Viego. Because, like, Kanya is just fucked forever now. And he gets... Oh, my God. Now Viego full clear. Like, you actually can have a timing here, too. I mean, they see it. They see him. They see the Viego fog. Oh my God, he's a level up. Oh my God. He doesn't have smite, but I don't think it matters. He has a ward. Ah, now he gets double crab.
Very awkward scenario here for GenG, and they did not do that.
Dude, the Milio damage control is now out of hand.
Dive with Jarvan, but now it's going to weaken the potential.
He doesn't have smite. But Lehens actually has to go like deal with this, right?
He's farming Nautilus.
And they know they have a timing because Senna at least has to back because Senna's low, so Lucian's in a 1v1 in bot side, so it is a good timing for a jungle roam.
Still early game. He doesn't want to walk all the way down there for a level 3 dive with Jarvan, but now it's going to weaken the potential of that as Pioshik will lose his scuttle.
Yeah, he did take the blue and has been farming excellently. Just full clear into enemy blue, so sitting on 28. And you remember game 1, Pioshik was able to get down in the bottom lane. He made such a huge difference. Canyon tries to go for the dive. The bottom lane.
Ao says Lehens did 1 auto before Pays flashes out, but when it lands, Airy is out of cooldown, so Airy hits after Pays is out of tower range, which aggroes the tower onto Lehens. I mean, we can look at that. Did it just re-aggro onto Lehens?
So available.
You might be right.
Not something you see every day. That was a bit over a year ago. As here is Cannon in the bottom lane looking for a dive.
I mean, he starts the tower aggro. So he does run out of tower range, which aggroes it back onto Pays. Pays flashes out, but where is the Airy? I don't see the Airy. Oh, I saw it fly out. Interesting, yeah. But somebody was going to take the tower re-aggro regardless. You're right, though. That's a good observation. The dive was failing regardless, though, guys. The dive was failing regardless. And then we get all these shenanigans on the top side, too. The tower could have re-aggroed onto minions. Yeah, but they're not getting the kill, I don't think.
Canyon tries to go for the dive. The bottom lane from Pioshik wasn't a dive in game 1. This one a lot more risky, and it doesn't play out. So the difference in terms of effect you're having on your bottom lane from game 1 to game 2.
It's the burn from Scorcher W. Yeah, Milio passive that
basically Pyosik won both
starts
sides,
it.
Like you say, you know, Canyon stole his
Interesting.
jungle, he got the gang.
Yeah, it's a good observation. Thank you,
Canyon
Aoyos.
fails the dive,
Nice
he
eye
loses
for that.
his jungle. Pyosik wins both game 1 and game 2. These early games at level 3, as we'll watch this once again, notice Barrel can just lock everybody up. Okay, lands at half health.
I mean, there's...
And then,
I mean, I still don't think they actually kill Deft here. Because even if you re-engage, somebody will die. Because of the Nautilus.
Barrel's making the calls. You gotta, I guess you found out. He said the found out part of that one.
Yeah. Well, he said, you know, at first he was like, that's never going to work.
And then he's like, I guess you know now that you found out,
exactly.
basically.
So, you know, as they say.
So the dive itself ends up being ill-advised. And just conceptually, guys, trying to go 3-camp into that dive against the Nautilus is inherently extremely risky, and you just run the chance of just absolutely getting boomed on the map, right?
And then he's like, I guess you know now that you found out.
Because basically you also give up Void Grubs for free as a result of this, because Viego actually gets a chance to go back and buy.
Right, and now Canyon just has to go back. It's not really going to have an effect on these lanes because he has to farm, he has to catch up. And Void Buffs are going to go over to Pyosik. Looks like he wants to set up here for this dragon. There's a ward on it. But Pyosik, he got 2, and he's just running straight down, saying that's enough. Now, GenG do have immense mid-prio with the Karma, and so maybe they do get this anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really close call for Chovy potentially there, but he read it well. Meanwhile,
the hook comes in. Deft and Barrel trying to fight this one out. Pays to take a lot of damage, and you know what? Canyon feeling the pressure. He says, I don't know if we can really do this, guys. He's going to back away and give away the Drake.
Yeah, but they lost too much control bottom side there. It's another 2v2 that goes the way of Deft and Barrel, and that's what you need to take that dragon. You lose that, you just don't have any options. Pyosik is there, and yes, you have mid-prio, but it's still in his ear with ult and flash. If he walks over there, he can win you that skirmish. If you're too far away as a bot duo there for GenG, and you know, the one thing that, you know, we haven't really focused on at all this game.
Is this 14-3? No, it's 14-2.
Obviously into the Cassante, but even he has been kind of pushed into his turret for a lot of this game. And yes, you have mid-prio, but it's still in his ear with ult and flash. If he walks over there, he can win you that skirmish. If you're too far away as a bot duo there for GenG, and you know, the one thing that, you know, we haven't really focused on at all this game is Keen having the counter matchup, obviously, into the Cassante, but even he has been kind of pushed into his turret for a lot of this game. There's nothing happening up here top side, and it has been discussed to death, and even, you know, there's been debates about it where it won, as Dragon has been way better than getting grubs early, and it's consolation grubs here for GenG. Unfortunately, KT get an Infernal Drake. That's just not what you want to see if you are a GenG fan.
Yeah, it's not even the consolation 2 grubs.
Yeah, it's 2 grubs into Infernal Drake.
Only 1. Yeah. So Canyon, yes, he will get the nice
and a kill into bot side. So this whole thing has been kind of disastrous. You know, I just don't know why we go for that. I don't even know why we're trying.
As he is going to throw out the needles here, but he's taking so much damage. Canyon coming on in, giving them a chance, but guess who's here? It's Pyosik, and Perfect is on kill. The backup comes in, and the flash stun is good enough, and Canyon does have his flash, doesn't even bother.
Deft is also top side for reasons.
And the jungle gap continues to widen as Pyosik, he's looking for more.
No way.
He's got a couple of ults to go in.
Whoa, Pyosik, dude.
Oh, this man.
Pyosik is on fire in these games. I mean, that Lee Sin play around Baron, and then, you know, it's not even the mechanical difficulty, guys. It's the vision to fucking see that this play exists. How does he know that he can do this? He doesn't even have flash. EQ on Jarvan, into ult, into Q. It's fucking beautiful, guys.
Oh, this man Pyosik today is just out of his mind. They're gonna grab plates here. I did not have on today's docket. I was looking at the schedule. I did not see Pyosik gapping Canyon. That wasn't listed for some reason. Nor did I see Perfect almost solo killing Keen in a counter matchup that Keen has drafted for himself.
It's just a beautiful chase down. I mean, to even it's even understand to go for that is the craziest thing, because it's not mechanically difficult, guys, but like to be like, I can do this is pretty crazy. I mean, he knows Canyon's not there, right? I mean, Keen seems pretty safe here. It's just like a fucking great play. And he knows Keen had just used Ghost too, so Ghost isn't up.
You're dead. No retreat. That's what I'm talking about. That's what he said.
Yeah.
But that's also what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's also what I'm talking about right now.
Wolf also agrees. This is how we do it. And, you know, I don't know what's gotten into this man, but I did say it at the top of the day. I said Pioshik, he does show up in moments like this when the pressure is on. He's the clutch man. He did it in game 1. He got 11 out of 12. Should have been 12 out of 12. And maybe he does it again. He's already 2-0, and he's miles ahead of Canyon in this game.
I mean, he's been taking all his farm this whole time too. He's ahead of the play on where he should be, and you know, Barrel is just sitting down there farming like it's no problem. There's not been any pressure from Jarvan there. Canyon tries to counter gank topside basically or cover for Keen, who kind of baits him a little bit. Baits perfect.
Thoughts on Lucian Milio? I mean, it can be good if you actually have some form of primary engage, but I'm not sure it's good into Nautilus because Lucian just gets ulted in the front line, and you must do upfront damage on Lucian. And now the Lucian's behind too because of Mega Fail Dive. And you have a Fed Viego who also will be able to stun him in the front line. Like, if you can play really far up, I mean, see, this is it right here. This is why it's good, guys. Plus, you know, once he's got the Milio range buff, plus he's going to build energized items, so, you know, rapid fire cannon. It can be very dominant. If you have good vision to know when you can move forward as Lucian, it can be great.
I mean, this is still a small victory here for FaZe pushing this in, but I mean, Def's going to get the majority of this, so small win, right? Not going to grab a plate either off of the play, but trying to find that option. I think obviously Def hitting him with the root there, the snare, is the biggest issue on trying to follow up on that play, and he just walked beeline straight towards him. It's pretty easy for Def to hit that, and this bottom 2v2, I mean,
Fire Eating Ninja, thanks for doing these, Monty. Great content as always.
Players, but it feels like Barrel and Deft have just handled this lane.
I moved away from my dudes who I used to watch live with, so it's a nice comfort to watch alongside of you. Aw, thanks. That's sweet. I'm glad I can make something that you guys enjoy. I'm having fun too. I've really been enjoying streaming, guys. I hadn't really enjoyed streaming previously, but you guys have been incredibly chill and like have good points that you bring up for the most part, are observant. So I feel like I get more out of watching the games with your help.
By the way, grabbing all of these 30 seconds before Drake, and GenG are not on Dragon, so he will be ready to contest. Deft is roaming here.
So KT also now with 5 Void Grubs. Big help.
He's going to be denied it back.
Keen actually in hell right now. Keen actually in hell because of what's going on in the jungle. Well, how is this Keen's fault, guys? Keen has gotten boomed because of the failed dive bot. Now Pioshik just takes all of the accumulated power he got and has transferred it into torturing Keen in the top side.
By just getting up to the top side, taking more Void Buffs, and actually using them, which is not something we always see.
The cool thing about KT's play here too is if they actually ended up finding something on this dragon, or if GenG hesitated or tried to cover
Keen is paying for the sins of the bot dive.
Play on either side of the rift. He can come over, and obviously BDD had TP as well, and maybe he ults a Karma.
He's the Jesus Christ of this team, having to die for bot sins.
But they didn't have to play it that way. They had so many options, and could have even teleported the Nautilus top side if Keen tried to hold and defend.
Thoughts on the Keen pick? Well, Keen, like, Gwen is a counter matchup to Cassante, and if you have mega speed from Karma, you can actually just run straight into their backline and devastate the backline. It's very good with Karma mid, I think. But I just don't like Karma mid in general. But if you're wondering, like, the answer is he both got a top lane counter pick, and it should be theoretically effective to carry. Barrel just flashes the ball.
Oh, the flash over. The fire kick as FaZe will just dash away. Doesn't really amounts too much. It looks cool though.
High value fire kick. Got a
I mean, he
flash.
forced
Now
flash.
he's
He
got
forced
X1
flash, which is fine.
Support flash is amazing. As he's gonna find Pace here. The root comes in, and Pace is just alone. I mean, Legens, he already.
What the fuck, man?
Trading support.
This game is this series is so sloppy.
As he's gonna find Pace here. The root
Just
comes
gets
in,
punished
and
for
Pace is
recall
just alone.
positioning.
I mean, Legens, he already backed, and that's a second flash. As Barrel, aggressive as always, he's going to find some value here.
Well, Pace is now in this very awkward spot where he wants to stay to catch this wave, but he has no flash and he's very low.
Did I think the Super Bowl was mega boring? No.
Also has no flash, so this is a very
It's pretty exciting by the end.
Perfect's over here. Pioshik is there. They're going to commit a teleport. They're just going to get a second turret.
It's the barrel TP. There it is.
I mean, it's just straight up.
This is how you use void buffs as well.
Yeah.
We see so many teams get them. GenG in game
Yep.
1 had 6 void buffs. They didn't have any pressure in a side lane. They didn't have any ability to actually utilize
The
them.
team that's
KT,
best
they
at
come
using the
together, they
Void
use their
Grubs is
extra
T1,
teleport,
by the way, guys. Like,
and
the
they're
way
just
they
so
turn the extra pushing power into value is so crazy.
As well. They might get punished for it. As here comes Toby. He's got Malignance. That's a big burst of damage. Canyon also here, but they're just kind of...
Barrel's so tanky. Barrel doesn't care if he's in ult. Canyon, why are you ulting Barrel? You can't kill him.
Another flag. Dragon's going to miss, and nobody's going to go down. Double teleport.
Oh, the TPs are so ugly from KT.
As Perfect is running at them.
There's no
The
turret here.
TPs are
It's just
so
running down,
ugly.
so GenG have to leave.
They're
There's
so
no
ugly.
CC.
There's not even a dragon spawning for 3 minutes.
They were actually pushing that turret down, looking for the 5th plate. The cannon just gets there in time to deny them.
They literally
It's
used
so
3
close
TPs
to
for that
actually
play
being
to
closed
take
down.
1
They
turret.
dive. If cannon isn't there, they kill that bottom 2v2 because it's a 3v2. And unfortunately, you know, for GenG, they try to turn around the play with that Karma Prio, but BDD just gets a free back off. I don't think we're going to replay it because nobody died. You could see BDD just sit in Fountain. He's like, should I go? Do we actually kill all of them with my teleport flank? They drop a ward down. You know, ultimately he decides to come in later. It was a split call, I think, from KT. But they held all the cards in that play. They have the teleport from both.
Okay, so they're actually just funneling gold. Look at the lane assignments. They're funneling gold onto Barrel here. They allowed him to recall and just take the push out on the wave. He already has Frozen Heart. He'll build Rookern next because of Gwen and Karma. And then if he gets Rookern, guys, there's nobody who can kill him. He just can stand in the front line and CC anybody who tries to dive onto the back line while getting healed by Senna. He's just like gonna be invincible, I think.
Game is gone as KT is just on the edge of literally winning the game. And every call they make is like, I'm going to teleport, we're going to kill the turret. We went top side, deliberate call. Bottom side, teleport, take out the turret. Pays back got denied. Let's use that. Let's grab a turret for that. And they're 3,000 gold ahead now. Only with 3 kills, 2 of those on a Viego.
They got 9 plates, they got 2 turrets, and they got pretty much all the void buffs. They are going to get a Rift Herald on top of it. Just to throw into mid, you would imagine. The mid turret is fully healthy because it's Karma.
I mean, Cassante and Nautilus are just going to be invincible, you know, past a certain point here.
Work cut out for them on that turret, but that's just fine. They're feeling very comfortable about the situation.
You know, Gwen's really the only one who can kill him. But Gwen needs probably 2 or 3 items in order to do that, and I just don't think that's going to happen.
Mode where he's desperately trying to farm to catch up, to keep even in levels and have a similar effect on.
Thoughts on Kraken first on Lucian? I feel like you kind of need to energize on him first if you play with Milio. Well, wouldn't the argument be the opposite, that Milio's range allows you to not necessarily play with an energized item? Perhaps that's the argument here, is that you get additional range, so you play around Milio rather than... And that way you can get Kraken. I mean, again, the problem is who kills their front line. You must be able to kill the Cassante and the Nautilus.
Like, I think we've learned that much so far.
Game 1 of this series was so pog. It was so trash, Papa. It was so trash. It was a trash game.
Life stealable himself as Perfect trying to put an end to this Gwen. Can't quite do it. The movement from Keen is insane. And now Deft having to flash away just to try to salvage the situation. Feels like they should have been able to.
You're a fucking hater. I am a hater.
Yeah.
I'm a hater of trash League of Legends.
Get the ult through the wall there, Perfect, that he was looking for.
It was literally just like people walking into things and dying. The game.
Not quite enough damage there, and Gwen with Riftmaker, as you mentioned, very sustainable, very difficult to kill. And Keen is, You know, he's doing what he can.
The plebs are right. The plebs are never right, Baba.
Kind of a wash all across the rift. He's even going to commit teleport just to rush over here and put some damage onto this turret, as it looks like that's GenG's way of saying we are not contesting Dragon. We have no prio. We have no control bottom side. And Barrel is
that game was just food for the raccoons.
He survives this one, to be honest. This time, I think it might be a little bit too much to ask of a Nautilus alone.
The series has not been good.
He's going to clear the wave.
And you know what?
Ult comes in, Aftershock, and he's pretty tanky, but there's 4 people there, so yeah. Probably should not have gone.
There's Herald. I was like, where'd Herald go? Immediately being cast, of course.
It was all a bait wolf. Barrel is a genius.
Yep. 5 grub stacks. That turret's gone.
There's not much GenG can do except try to get topside turret with that TP. They were never.
They don't actually get it. Where's he going?
You know, Barrel is an added bonus, but yeah, I mean, there's just too much bottom side control for KT.
I see. He's jungle pathing quickly.
Yeah.
Extra damage.
Big Raptor.
He denies the 25 gold.
You know, it gets him to the Raptors.
Or does he? I guess he doesn't. Fire Eating Ninja, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it.
Actually charge if nobody deals with it? Guys? Okay. I was like, hello?
I mean, this game is...
Fire Eating Ninja, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gift subs.
Like GenG are in control, right?
How generous giving the plebs the gift subs.
It's just getting prio in lanes and pushing up objectives around where
Pyosik is the best jungler in Korea? No, he's not.
Kind of death ball front
Cuz is the best jungler in Korea right now.
Is he the main character of this game? Absolutely not, because he's a Azir who's been hunting turret against Karma waves all game, but he's scaling up. And if they will try to walk into him, he has Emperor's Divide. Defensively, he can use it. He has the threat of using it, obviously, very aggressively, too, if there's a mistake from GenG. But he's also just going to be some added damage.
If you guys haven't been watching Cuz, you don't know how hard he's been carrying Kwangdong in some of their wins. He's absolutely bailed Kwangdong out.
In terms of what damage he should be able to offer in teamfights and how much utility this Azir is going to have, it may end up being more significant than Karma. He has on 2 items is Chovy.
Now he is Karma, but he is still going to have to flash, as Karma proves to be...
You know, it's really impressive. You know what I like about Pyosik? He's so good that he mind-controlled Canyon to dive bot at level 3 so that he could get ultra farmed on Viego just like he wanted. You know what else I liked? He blind invaded in game number 1, not knowing where Canyon was, and then got away with the turret dive magically. What a fucking genius, guys. What a fucking genius. If Pyosik didn't have dark mind control tech in order to just take over Canyon's brain and force him into weird pathings, these games wouldn't have, wouldn't have happened the way they did.
Unless you've got 4 people.
He's just a Dark Templar. He's just a Dark Templar mind controlling the enemy team.
Shirley is in the bottom lane because it has a lot of AP, and people like to build that. But Malignance is basically the way to go right now. Chovy has that. He also has Horizon Focus, so he is really looking for damage. As
Horizon Focus got buffed on this patch, actually.
Yeah, I think it's a decent.
Shout out to Pyosik's mind control over Canyon, flubbing the early game twice.
Doing the commentary thing, we gotta talk about it for just a second. Is Canyon?
Stun comes in, nice amount of burst, but Melio is right there. Not gonna overcommit.
Dark Archon, you are correct. You are correct. My bad.
Does come in.
Thousands of hours played Brood War, still make that mistake.
On vision, and nothing much is gonna happen there.
They're just threatening so many different angles all the time, and Karma's flashless, so Chovy has to step back and respect that Emperor's Divide, especially with BDD having his own flash. The engage range is just so high. You really have to be cautious. And then Canyon also just trying to get any farm he can. He's significantly behind the farm.
Have I played any MTG? The last MTG I played was Urza's Destiny. I still have a complete set of Urza's Destiny, though.
I don't know about this one. I think, tanking up the culling was fun and nice, but he is going to flash, and, okay. Wait! Drag does come in. Wait! Oh, he lives! It was only
what the fuck?
The 3,000 IQ play from Barrel as he brings him down.
KT deserved to lose this series. Fuck KT. Fuck this iteration of KT. What, they just get Baron now?
Canyon in the eyes and pull the knife.
They are. This is so troll.
Oh god.
Dude, they Barrel trolled the entity TP's back. Get me out of this game. Get me out. This game fucking sucks.
No smite. You have amazingly tanky members.
What is this game?
Barrel can just sit in the front.
What? So he can just lose a game but actually win it?
Okay.
So Barrel's just allowed to just lose a game but then win it.
He denied him from those last couple of minutes.
Look at this. Look how I want you guys to understand how fucking troll this is from Barrel. There are no wards. No wards. All right here. Okay? No wards. Nothing. Nada. No wards. No wards anywhere. You don't even know where 4 people are. You know where this guy is. He's the only one you know where he is. And he walks forward to stop a recall.
Pretty good item. Barrel, I don't know about this one. I think, you know, tanking up the culling was fun and nice, but he is going to flash.
I also cannot believe that he gets out of Canyon's ult like that.
Fun and nice, but he is.
I cannot believe that that interaction occurs. Where he just doesn't get hit by the ult.
He's going to flash and, okay. Wait,
and then on top of that, he goes down to like 40 HP, gets healed by Senna, and then lives because it was a TP bait and BDD comes. Get me out. Fuck KT. Fuck this game. Fuck this series.
Okay. Wait, Greg does come in. Wait. Oh, he lives. It was all made. The 3,000 IQ play from Barrel as he brings him down the lane. And now you don't have your jungler.
This is the most fraudulent win.
Canyon in the eyes and pulled a knife out, carved his heart out on TV. Right, has blood all over the mid lane.
Oh God.
Oh, on Valentine's Day, he took his heart. He took his heart away. Canyon is dead. That's a Baron call. That just happened.
No smite. You have amazingly tanky members, incredible sustain. Barrel can just.
Dude, Keen was trolled so hard this game.
Against the, by the way, double AP. They are looking to peel off of this one a little bit as the hook does come in and Barrel says, no, we're going for it. There's the sweep. And that is going to be a kill already on the Jovi. Keen getting super low and the resets are coming in. And GenG are not long for this world. Pace getting run down by the Cassante. And he will get reset as well. That's going to be a bunch going the way of Pilshik.
God, they can't keep getting away with it, man. This is outrageous.
We got an upset on our hands tonight, Valdez.
Ah!
Just with one big weird decision. Bates.
The Talia was so good in the last game.
Barrel has teleport, so he can bait, kill Canyon, back, and then be there to tank for the.
Why are we?
You were questioning it.
Why are we just level 3 diving on Nautilus? Level 2 diving on, excuse me, level 2 diving on Nautilus. Just giving Viego infinity farm. Giving him entire map control, giving him 5 void grubs, giving him dragons. How does that miss? He dodged it. Are we giving Barrel credit for dodging the ult? Canyon ults after he sees Hook. He ults after he sees Hook. It's Canyon who mistimes that.
Simultaneously coming through, gets the heal from death because he's Senna, then walks out casually as Canyon is left, and yeah, forced to teleport out of BDD. Great play there, but Barrel had this number the whole time. QI knew too. He always believed, Valdez. You thought it was a mistake.
So troll.
He teleports back in. He says, "What's up? We're doing a Baron. Let this man cook."
Serene lol, thank you. I guess.
Wolf's gonna let him cook. It's official. Yeah, and then you see GenG just desperate. I wasn't sure if KT were gonna peel off of this because no cannon, right? No smite, but absolutely turns.
This is so egregious, guys.
You've got a Senna. You have so much amazing
Viego.
Your team. You got Viego Azir. So if anyone gets.
He was greeting his ult for no reason. Well, no, there is a reason. Oh, no, he doesn't even... No, he has flash. He has flash.
He's going to pop his ult here. He walks back.
He's waiting for that flash, guys. That's what he's waiting for. He wants to ult after flash.
He dodges the ult. Also, simultaneously coming through. Gets the heal from death because he's
But
Senna.
he absolutely could have flash followed and ulted him later. Or just ulted him after the hook ended.
Barrel had this number the whole time.
GenG just
all out that far ahead on it, but this far behind, he knows much anybody can do about it. Keen is 2 levels down on a Cassante right now.
These games are so stupid.
You've got a Zircena, you're outranging the entire comp. There's no real potential to engage for Jarvan to press his button.
I'm disappointed in everyone.
After the dive, and after Pyosik got such a massive lead, and you see Keen, he's trying to do something, trying to just run at them, trying to take down Barrel, and this time he will. As he says, I've got the damage. And they will be able to push them back. KT, though, still with a massive push here. They take down 2 inhibitor turrets, 1 inhibitor. They'll back away. Pyosik, by the way, 6-0 casually in this game.
Casual Viego enjoyer.
Does he win POG?
You know, I have been thinking about it a lot. And while I do think that Atlas is yelling about Barrel getting POG,
it's got to be Barrel.
I don't know. It is a tough call.
Pyosik should get POG. Towards, Barrel was inting, guys. He just accidentally didn't complete his int.
He took it out. He had a great defense of the dive. You know what?
He did a lot of good Nautilus things.
He did teleport back in the Baron fight and pressed R and queued people.
Yeah.
Like you know what? I guess I will give it to Valdez.
On the turn, right?
Oh, that's a teleport from BDD, or it's actually from Barrel.
There's Emilio out of place, and yes, Barrel is like, I heard you were talking about POG. Here I am.
Physicist. Gifted a 1-month tier 1 sub to Barrel World Champion. I believe you mean Barrel 2-time World Champion.
Perfect. This is getting pretty low as the Sentinel does come out a little bit late, but it's fine.
It's all right, guys. Bengi is a 3-time World Champion for some reason. He's not even potentially the worst player to win 2 World Championships.
Way too far. He's getting very excited at this point in the game.
It was a nice appeal for POG, but it's not going to get it. Nice try. It was a good attempt.
Now Barrel has POG vote. Yeah.
Barrel's look, it might be a 12-er after that one. POG. It was a good try. It was a good attempt.
Diga will not take slander against Bengi. That's too bad.
Some antics did occur. And now GenG have recovered. Sure, their mid inhibitor is still down. As I thought this was just going to be a scoop angle for BDD because I wasn't watching where he was on the minimap, but in fact it was just Barrel coming over here to collect a misplaced support, as I think you put it there. And yeah, Pays, he kites this one out real well. And this is the Karma Shield coming through. He's got that movement speed. He's like, oh, I'm ulting. And then Pyosik took that personally, as he's going to transform here and try to run at him and get on top of him. And Pays is just gonna dash away, get another shield.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, it was a good try, Pyosik, but you're not getting the solo POG interview.
Yeah, hey, Bengi was a perfectly good summoner spell for Faker. Bengi wasn't even a summoner spell. He was a blue trinket.
Now, it will feel
He was Faker's blue trinket before blue trinkets existed.
I did say the E word as that was happening, and to be honest, they made me do it. It's not my fault. Like, just look at what Pyosik just did, right?
Bengi wishes he was a summoner spell. He wishes he was Looper, but he was just a blue trinket.
So it's not really. You can see all the outer turrets are still up and available. Objective bounties, and GenG can't get any of them because they're just stuck in their base so far back. They can barely farm their own jungle. Yeah. KT just have full control. So Cloud Soul on the cards, but KT. Well, looks like they are actually going to set up for the Cloud Soul.
And the Gwen, you know, didn't win lane, obviously. You know, we can see that now, 30 CS behind, 2 levels behind for a long part of this game. And there was one moment where you could see her actually do damage when people were on top of her, but otherwise, because of the range issue, if she's not on top of people, she can't really be relevant, and she's not very good in this draft, I feel. Would Rumble have been better? Maybe. Is GenG, where are you going?
Okay, they're trying to trap him here. Perfect. He's actually invulnerable as they're going to scoop him, and there goes Chovy. No more Karma. Barrel, he's got a Karma on his team now, and he's going to get a nice little shield. And that might just
I mean, they're 10k gold down, guys. Like, what are you going to do?
Looking for 8 kills in this one. They will just press all their buttons.
It's amazing they lasted as long as they did. Wow, what a series, guys. This series was so troll. GenG played like shit. KT played slightly less like shit.